Punk music has many different styles and subgenres, all of which take different approaches to lead guitar. So let's take a brief look at a handful of these and the different techniques that define these offshoots of punk rock. Harmonized leads are common in several punk subgenres, but for this section I'll focus specifically on dance punk. Think bands like Bloc Party, Johnny Foreigner and others. In this style, harmonized riffs often feature two lead guitar parts playing distinctly different sections that may not stand out on their own, but when combined, create a super catchy riff. As an example, I've written the song in the style of Bloc Party's Helicopter. First, I'll play the main guitar part independently of the second, so you can hear what we're starting with. Now I'll combine it with the harmonized guitar, which really completes the riff. These parts are meant to be heard as one, so keep that in mind if you're trying to write something similar yourself. Octaves are a huge part of many styles of punk rock. In the case of skate punk specifically, you'll hear these used for main riffs or as layers underneath the rhythm guitars. They're particularly helpful as you're only playing one note at a time, but with the addition of the lower octave, they help to thicken up the actual sound of the recording. The shape itself is also nice and easy to move across the neck, allowing for quick transitions between notes, making it perfect for the fast-paced, energetic style of skate punk. Break fill is a term I use to describe a section where all but one track stops, and it's punctuated by a brief burst of melody, dissonance, noise, or similar elements. You can hear this technique used in many different styles, and what you choose to include during the break fill will likely be dictated by the genre you're playing. In this case, I've added a few break fills to this horror punk themed track, relying mostly on tritones to fill these gaps. Dissonant leads have become increasingly prevalent in modern styles of punk, so I thought I'd briefly touch on the sound of bands like Heart Attack Man and Spanish love songs. These kind of leads are often derived from notes placed closely together, sometimes in key and sometimes not, playing off the natural dissonance they create. For example, two notes are to a half step apart. You can play them together for maximum dissonance, or incorporate them into a melody, as I did here, by maintaining the constant drone of the open E string, which can become more or less dissonant depending on the notes I'm playing over it. And placed over some chords, it sounds like this. But my favourite lead guitar technique out of all of them is using contrasting layers of close and distant recordings. Watch the next video to learn how to do just that.